Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Breakthrough Bureau. Appreciate you guys tuning in. So I was trying to think about what I could talk about today, and right when I finished my workout, I realized that the simple thing to talk about is something that's real and true to me right now, and that is stretching. So stretching is something that I think is extremely important now. It is not something that I put a whole lot of stock into in my earlier years, but now that I've gotten a little bit older, been working and been either working on my computer, working remote and doing some other things, I am starting to see what happens if you do not stretch and how that can impact your physical performance, and wanted to share that because I think a lot of us, or an increasing number of us, are either working remote or are sitting down, kind of living more sedentary lifestyles, sitting down creating content, sitting down consuming content, or whatever the case may be. And not a lot of us are getting out, staying active first and foremost, but then kind of right on top of that, we are also not doing a great job of stretching. At least I can say for sure I wasn't. And for the last month or so, I've been making a conscious effort to stretch a lot more, because for me, I do do a lot of sitting, either again for content creation or because I'm in my office working through a bunch of different things, doing research, reading, so on and so forth, or working. So for me, where I experience the lack of stretching and the impacts of all that sitting is in my lower back. And then I also feel a lot of it in my hamstrings that are tight, and I'm gonna feel a little bit of it in my calves. And then I also feel it in the hip area as well. So all of that, if not a great deal of it at minimum, is coming from sitting a lot. I'm actually fairly active. I work out 3-4 times, if not more, a week. And I have been doing that for a few years. So for me, I think it's a fair assumption to say majority of this is coming from sitting down like I'm doing right now. So one of the things I wanted to share with you guys is how important and how beneficial this first month of stretching has been for me. I put about 15 to 30 minutes of stretching in pretty much daily. And just yesterday, I was able to get back to one of my personal records in terms of running. And I have no doubt in my mind that is, of course, actually putting the time in at the gym, but also a lot of that has to do with stretching, getting a little bit more limber and getting my mobility back to where it could potentially be, and getting closer to that. So I also would venture to say that it will continue to add positive benefits to other things that I enjoy doing, like living a healthy and quality life, being able to be agile, not making those old man noises when you sit down. A lot of that has to do with tightness, and that tightness eventually causing pain. And then ultimately that starts to reduce your quality of life. So I thought it was a very important thing to share because I'm living through it right now, but I'm also starting to see a few of those benefits as well. And for all ages, particularly if you're kind of past the teenage and early 20 years, I think this is a great time, if you aren't already, to start really being thoughtful and taking action to stretch, because you're not too old. But I would also go on to say that any age bracket can benefit from stretching. No matter if you're young, it can still, go on a track and run full speed, or play a game of basketball without even a thought of stretching. Or if you're mid-30s and you can tell that you haven't been doing the necessary stretching, or if you're 40s and 50s, and maybe it'll take you a little bit more time to reverse kind of some of the impacts. But I think ultimately, when it's all said and done, stretching will impact your quality of life for the better. So with that being said, I wanted to share this because, again, I'm experiencing the benefits real time and I'm loving it. So wanted to make sure I took a second to share that, and hopefully inspire someone else to stretch out 10-15 minutes a day. And if nothing else, just get active and maybe add a little stretching routine at the end. So with that being said, thanks for tuning in. Hope this helps someone get inspired to take better care of their bodies, whether it be just being a little bit more active and or stretching. But this is Memoir Mondays, and this is the Breakthrough Bureau. Thanks for tuning in. Stay healthy. Peace.